You know, when I was a kid, I played with the three main big toy lines: Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Masters of the Universe. Yeah, I dabbled with GoBots, and everywhere I lived, Thundercats was hard to come by. So I think the only Thundercat I ever had was Panthro. But yeah, the big three. That was me. There was a lot of crossovers too. When it came to the live action movies, yes, we were all burned by the 1987 Masters of the Universe. But Transformers came out. We were kind of burned by Bay. Yeah, I admit there were some questionable. There were a lot of questionable choices there. Steven Summers with that GI Joe movie. That was that to me that was the the 87 Master Universe. It was a complete disaster. They tried to course correct with the sequel. That didn't help. So Saturday, family and I went to the theaters and we saw Travis Knight's attempt at bringing Masters of the Universe back to the big screen. I could not wipe the smile off of my face from the MGM logo to the end to the credits. It was impossible. For me, that was, I didn't have all of the Masters of the Universe figures. As much as I wanted them, I didn't have them all. But the ones I did have, God, the stories I could make. You know, it was just like grab whatever figures, make a story, bash them together. That's what this movie was for me. It was it was everything I was hoping it would be. Yes, it's been modernized. There's a lot of the. I'm not even going to get into it. There's a lot of the. There were a lot of modern changes that were made. Mostly to bring in a new audience, but also there was just so much there that for me, as somebody who every day after school would watch the cartoons, it was there. It was there. Beastman, spot on. Spike, oh, Trapjaw. I don't think they could have done a better job with Trapjaw. They even made him menacing, not a smart buffoon. He-Man, you know, to me, he wasn't an established fighter. This was let's introduce the world to He-Man. You know, he's he's never had to fight. Yay, okay. So yeah, he's not lifting mountains and throwing them at people. Tila, all the characters, everybody, every actor in this movie, yes, even the elephant in the room, which I didn't see him. I didn't see him. I didn't hear him. I saw a Skeletor. I saw this movie's version of Skeletor. And if a sequel were to come out and they decide not to move forward with him, somebody of a similar build, and God knows there's some talented voice actors out there. But everything across the board for me, I went in there with an open mind and an open heart, and I left happy. I haven't felt that happy from a movie in a while. From beginning to end, start to finish, top to bottom. If I had to, check off boxes, check, 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 check. The direction was great. The script was great. All the actors, they understood the assignment. The score understood the assignment. You know, Masters of the Universe 2026 carried it, it didn't just wear its influences on its sleeve. It wore them like, we do socks to shirt. Okay. That's it. This to me was for the child in me. This was perfect. And I hope Amazon continues to with at least a trilogy of this. You know, if they stopped at 3, I'd be happy. If for whatever reason they stop at this one, I'll be disappointed, but I'll be happy. I, I, I want to go back to see it again. Seriously, I want to go back to see it again. Now, normally with this channel, what I want to do in the future is in the case of a remake, I want to do that first, and then I want to do the original first, and then the remake. Not today. Not today. In fact, the child in me, the fan in me, I'm going to award this channel's first big bucket of popcorn. Seriously, I can't. I really, if there were faults, they were minor. Yes, there were some characters I would have loved to have seen. Merman would have been great to see, but a Stratos, hell, even Buzz Off, Cyclones, all those, there's a lot of them. Eternia is a big planet. Who knows? So I'm just happy. And I think I'll end this video on that. Till next time.